Welcome to Trading Lounge and the European indices for Thursday, November the 25th, and just thought we'd have a quick look at the NASI here just so we've got a bit of perspective. But of course the US is having Thanksgiving, so that means that Thursday to today, and I think only half a day tomorrow, is tradable. So basically on holidays until Monday. However, the structure here, very much like the FTSE in a way, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for the A wave, an A and a B and a C for the B wave, and then down again. Okay, so an A and a B and a C here to make wave 2. So we could put wave 2 in, it's probably already there somewhere, but there we go. So that's where the Nasdaq is. So it's kind of interesting. The count that I have on the DAX and the FTSE has wave A in it here and is going up for wave A here, and it's just about finished wave A and we'll go into wave B and then wave C. So I need to discuss this a little bit in terms of the timing of things, so we might just come back to that. So with the stock 50 here, the 50-60% retracement level is down around the 4.2. The move down through here so far looks pretty sharp and swift. So I'm considering it don't count very well as an impulse wave, but I'm going to go with that anyway. So 4-hour chart. Don't need all of that. Let me just get what's a daisy. So the pattern that we've been looking for is this one here, which is 5 waves for the wave A, which is here, and then 3 for the B, and then 5 for the C wave here. So it kind of looks impulsive here, and I'm thinking that we've got the A wave in place and then the ABC here, and then this moving down here. So I'm just going to run with that, but I'm going to also look at a variation on that as well. So the variation on this is we'll do it here, I think. So so what's the best way? So first of all, we'll have a look at this on the tick chart, but wave A here, wave B and wave C. That's the way I'd sort of look at it. But when you consider the Nasdaq here for a moment, just in terms of timing, it's like this market here is already into its C wave up to here. Do you know what I mean? This one, so it can just drop. So then we would follow with that. So how do we bring that into, how do we bring the European markets in line with this? And do we do that anyway? I mean, is that the right thing to do, or should we just let that play out? But I think it's good to understand both of them. So I guess that in one way or another, this would end up being here, and I could probably push that up further. So I'm just shooting the breeze here a little bit just to give you an idea of something. So and it's not such a bad count. We'll look at this on the DAX as well. An A wave here, an A, B and C here for the B wave, and then the C wave here is actually just in here for this, and then the B wave over here. So an A wave, a B wave and a C wave there. I mean, that's, so then it would suit this move here in line with the Nasdaq and the S&P. So just food for thought. So when this move comes up here, let's have a look at this on the tick chart. So so I've got it from the top here as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that counts quite nicely as 5 waves here. The DAX doesn't count very nicely as 5 waves to that point either, but all the other markets do. So I think we need to sort of run with that a little bit. So I've got the third wave here, and then I've got the A wave here, because we've got 5 waves here. So it can be the A wave, and this can be a B wave here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 there for wave 4, and then 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, anyway, down for 5 for the A wave here. So this little move up through here, if on the DAX I'm counting this here as 1 and 2 here, and then all the way for 3, 4 here, and then going up for 5. But it's possible to put wave 4 over here, which would create a top in here already for this, and that's kind of what I've done on the DAX. But there's a better case for this being wave 1 and 2 here. So I'm not kind of sure how this sort of finishes, but what we've got to be kind of mindful of, first of all, is that let's just say the market comes up here a little bit and drops. Well, then it will come back to the 50-60% retracement, or probably down into this space here. But you'll just need to be a little bit careful. If we get 5 waves to the 61.8% or the 50%, 5 waves down, then you know you're going to have a retracement and then another 5 down. So a severe move through the 61.8%, and you know where you are at that point. You know that the whole next leg is started. Do you know? Based on that, the alternative count. But otherwise, allow this to move up and then see it come back in 3 waves you can work out where the 50-60% is, and then another move to one more move to the upside here as wave B. So 5 waves up through here for that. So it's probably, yeah. So it just depends how you reconcile this last little bit here. If you want to bring it in, if you want to. Yeah, but look, if this, let's just say that this little move up here is just about finished. So I expect it to drop. It could be into 3 and 4 here, but if it drops a bit deeper, coming deeper down into this trend here, then you'll know that you've got a top in. Then the job is to recognize, do you get 3 waves to the ABC? Something back down in here will be support 472 in here. So we could probably put, what we can do here is we've got the midpoint here, 265 here, 72, close enough, and then the 80 here. So in one way or another, you'll be looking at group 2 as support. So the trick is that can you recognize 3 moves down, or can you recognize 5 waves down into that? So let's just imagine that is the top there for a moment. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So if you get 5 waves to the 72 here, then you know that you're going to get a correction, another 5 down, which would probably take us a little bit too deep at that point. So you could probably look to short. If you get 5 waves here, you can look to short the rally here in 3 waves. So yeah. So in a nutshell, it's a slightly different thing for the. Well, first of all, the DAX and the Stock 50 and the S&P and the NASDAQ are all doing the same thing in one degree of structure, and that is correcting. But on the way down here, obviously, Thanksgiving is going to put a bit of a spanner in the works, but the futures should still tick over in both cases, so they should follow. Just be lighter volume, and the cash market won't push the markets around at all. So yeah, I don't know. I just want you to be mindful of what's going on with the NASI here. Okay, so won't harp on too much about that. So back to the DAX here. So with the DAX here, when you look at it, it looks like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 down here. But when I sort of pull it apart, it doesn't really look like that. But I'm just wondering if I could use that. I mean, in line with the Stock 50, and then look for the A, the B, and the C here. The hourly chart has got this count that suits the NASDAQ, where it can just roll over from here. So we've got the A wave here with an A and a B and a C wave coming into play here. It may come a little bit higher. So it's possible to have that, as we just discussed. I really don't know the answer for that. The tick chart is not going to be much more helpful, but it could help us in the move to the upside here a little bit. We'll just get in a bit more data. So yeah, so I've counted it down. It's a little bit weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 and 2 here, then 3, and then a complicated ABC for the 4th and down for the 5th here for 1, and then an A and a B and a C for 2 here. 5 waves in the 3rd wave, an A and a B and a C for the 4th wave, and then 5 waves down here. So this type of ABC pattern here, this particular pattern, is a reoccurring pattern of one that's occurred in here. So yeah, it's possible that that being the case, that last chart that I showed you is possible where it just drops from here. But this in here, so from this wave 4, it counts quite nicely as 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the 3rd wave, 4th wave, 5th wave. So that's all that's quite nice in here. And then it also suits this as well, having this as the A wave, the B wave, and the C wave to this point, and then building that C wave up here for wave 4 at that point. So our focus really is this move here. Now, I've got this as 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 here, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the 3rd, 4th and 5th for the 3rd. The A, the B and the C here, they've both kind of got a double bottom here. The stock 50 is higher here, so the stock 50, it looks like it could be counted for 1 and 2 here. So we just need to be a little bit careful of this. If we shouldn't be too far away now really from this. So 1, 1, 2, probably 3 to there, I'd imagine, but you could do some more work on that. I'm just giving you a little heads up here on this. So and some sort of little 5th wave to finish off here somewhere. It's the end of the US session, so we'll see how that drifts. So yeah, so the extension's in the 3rd wave here, so that means wave 1 here and wave 5 can be roughly the same, a pinch of salt. So yeah, so the A wave coming back here, and then the B wave and the C wave for wave B coming into play. I'll just take it from the top there, but you'll need to adjust that. And it may not pull all the way back down here as well for that. But what I want to say here again is that with retracements and these sorts of things here, the thing is if you get 3 waves to the 61.8%, then it's highly likely it's going to be corrective. It's not going to be, because it's going to get support here, so it's going to kick back at that point. It won't turn into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if from the top here you can see that you've already got 5 here, well, roughly, it may just be to the top of the 50% or something. But if you see that, then you know that you're going to get this. And then you know that because you got 5 here, then after a correction back to the 50, 60%, you're going to get another 5 coming down, So I suggest that what I would be looking for, I would be looking to see if I get 3 waves for my B wave, or I'm going to get 5 waves. Because the US markets are suggesting we're going to get 5 waves, but the European markets suggest we're going to get 3 waves. And it might sort of pan out with 3 waves here because of the holiday situation. Do you know what I mean? Sort of skipping a day in a way. So it might have time to get up here, But yeah, anyway, just be careful about that. So anyway, you can look to short under the 15.8 at that point. And the FTSE, no real change to the FTSE from the top here. We're looking down as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, and then an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave there. So a little bit messy, but we're looking for one more little high. So it's probably got this in here now for that. We can look to go short under here. You could probably even get it a bit much closer if you wanted to. All you need to do is look for weakness on the intraday, but as an ABC pattern, that looks pretty good at this point. So yeah, just look for weakness in all of that, you know. Might be able to short under here, or look at this number here, which is 72.80. So if that becomes the retested resistance, then you can short that. Also in here too, you'll need to be careful of 272. You could also look to add if that becomes the resistance as well, which is just part of group 2, and of course 65. Once the 27265 becomes the resistance, then you know that you're leaving the closest largest number, which is the 73, because as you may know, with the trading levels, this is a minor level 3 here, but it's also the top of minor group 1. So this is its natural swing range within this space here. So if it becomes the resistance now as expected with this count, then you can look to short at that point. So we can definitely take that up to that point. But I would be also looking to see if you can short with that number, the 272 as the resistance there as well. Maybe even just half a position. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll leave it all at that. Okay, cheers.